Hello and welcome to a day at Magic Kingdom followed by the Happily Ever After dessert party. We were up and headed for the bus around 7:30 in the morning. I wore this super cute, subtle Emperor's New Groove t-shirt from Cakeworthy with some black shorts and my classic mini ears. I knew it was going to be a super long, hot day at Magic Kingdom and I wanted to be super comfortable. We got to Magic Kingdom around 8 a.m. and headed straight for Seven Dwarfs Mine Train along with almost everybody else in the park. It was about a half-hour wait, which isn't too bad, and this line has a lot of cool interactive elements, so it makes the wait go by a little bit faster. It's kind of funny, both my mom and I felt that this was very tame compared to past trips. I think it might be because we had ridden Hagrid's over at Universal, I did Velocicoaster, we did Tron, so we were doing bigger rides, and then this felt super short, super tame. We kept waiting for the big drop and it had already happened. But it's still a super cute ride and very fun. So we did decide to purchase Genie Plus for this day, just so that we were able to knock out as many rides as we wanted to do. So we had a lightning lane for Buzz Lightyear Space Ranger Spin. Always a super fun ride. I'm not very good at it. I did get a score of 150,000, which I think is better than I've ever done. It's not great, but it's good for me, so I was very proud. Next, we had a lightning lane for the Speedway, which we didn't really need a lightning lane. It was only a 15-minute wait, but it is much nicer to just walk on. I think this ride is really fun, and especially now that you have the views of Tron when you're going around, I think that's really cool to see as well. Our next stop was Dumbo, and we were really taking advantage of those lightning lanes, which was great. Obviously, Dumbo is a classic and you have to do it at least once on your Disney vacation. And we also went into Big Top Souvenirs store, which I actually worked for one shift on one of my college programs, just so that I could say I'd worked there. It's not as great of a store as it used to be when I worked there. It used to be full of merchandise and it's kind of sparse now, but always fun to look around. After we rode Dumbo, we headed over to the Little Mermaid ride, which I can never remember the name of. Journey Under the Sea with the Little Mermaid, Journey of the Little Mermaid, I'm not sure. Regardless, it's a super fun ride, very cute. I love all the colorful fish, the music obviously is fantastic. The animatronic Ursula is great. Just a really adorable ride.
As oft the waves they roll, and the fish on the land ain't happy, but they said, "Oh, they can flock into my home, little birds and I help them." Yes, I do. My oh my, like a boy too shy, gonna kiss me good.
At this point, it was about 10:30 a.m. and it was time for a little sweet treat. So we headed over to Gaston's Tavern. I got LeFou's Brew, which is a slushie. It's made with apple juice mixed with marshmallow and has a passion fruit foam on top. It's much better than it sounds. It's very sweet though. And my mom got the giant cinnamon roll. We had made a lightning lane for Peter Pan's flight, so we headed over there next. I was really impressed that we were able to get a lightning lane for Peter Pan in the middle of the day. Or I guess it wasn't quite the middle of the day, but not first thing in the morning because they go really quickly. While we were on Peter Pan's flight, our Tron boarding group was called. I did get up again at 7 a.m. this morning to get another boarding group for Tron, of course. So we went over there to get in line. Again, it was about a 45-50 minute wait, but I was so excited to be able to ride Tron again. I'd been thinking about riding it again ever since we got off it the first time. It's just such a fun ride. When we got off Tron, it was about 1 p.m. and we decided to go back to Pop to have some pool time. We knew we would be back for the dessert party that night, so we wanted to have some relaxation time. While we were at the pool, I made a lightning lane for Jungle Cruise. Again, I was really impressed that we were able to get one of the more popular lightning lanes later in the day, so that was awesome. We headed back into the park around 6 p.m. and went straight to Jungle Cruise. We had a fantastic skipper. All the skippers are great, but ours was on another level and she just really made the ride that much better.
Everybody give me an ah. That sounds like inspiration to me, if I've ever heard it. All have their trunks on. Now, you're probably wondering why they're so wrinkly. Well, I'll tell you the secret. There are no irons.
So Happily Ever After was at 9 p.m. that night, and we were able to go to the reserved seating space around 8 p.m. So we had a bit of time to kill before then. So my mom and I decided to go ride Space Mountain. This is not one of our favorite rides, but I feel like it's such a classic, you have to do it. I actually liked it more this time than I normally do, but my mom absolutely hated it. So then when we were off Space Mountain, it was around 7:30 and we were able to go get in line at Tomorrowland Terrace to get our bracelets for the dessert party. We were doing the post-fireworks dessert party, which means we got our bracelets and then went to the reserved seating area to get our spot, watched the fireworks, and then returned to Tomorrowland Terrace after the fireworks to have our treats. We've done all 3 dessert parties. We've done the pre-fireworks dessert party, the during fireworks dessert party, and now the post-dessert fireworks party. I prefer the post, personally. I like being able to get my spot early for the fireworks, having a good view, and then going to have treats afterwards. Of course, that means you're going to be in the park a lot later. You're going to be eating sweet treats very late at night. So it's all personal preference, really. We had a great view for the fireworks, minus the 2 tall guys who decided to stand, just in front of us right before the fireworks started. But it was just fantastic. This is my favorite part of doing the dessert parties, having that reserved area for the fireworks and having that great view. Happily Ever After was as good as it always is. Best fireworks ever. Then we headed back to Tomorrowland Terrace to have our treats. There's a big selection, something for everybody. Everything was really delicious. That being said, I don't think we would do the dessert party again. Never say never, but I just don't know if it's something that we would choose to do in the future. Like I said, I really like having the reserved spot for the fireworks, but the treats are kind of like things that you can get as desserts on like quick service menus. There's nothing like overly special, so I'd probably put that money towards a different experience next time. We left the park around 10 p.m. to head back to Pop and went straight to bed. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe to see our next Disney video, and I'll see you next time. Bye!